You know, when you can't hear, you just
Mike's always hot.
like it's in the mouth, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen,
It's like it's like the teachers from Charlie Brown.
From Charlie Brown. There's something to that, actually. I think I remember there's some sort of story about why they sound like that.
Why you can't understand them?
Yeah, but you know what? Forget it. Forget it, Joey.
Forget
it. I'm all about bringing up stuff like, hey, there's this thing about it. I don't know anything about it though. Like, hey, there's an interesting thing about an interesting fact about all this, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. And you know what? That's alright. That's all right. It's all right to not know. That's what I think.
Can't know everything, man.
Can't know everything.
Can't know everything.
Like,
who do you think I am? Sherlock over here? I am Sherlock.
Sherlock Joe Bangles. You're Joe Taku, son. Hey, have you gone to Did you go to McDonald's and get that anime bag or what?
I went there. I guess I didn't go inside and grab it. I don't know. I got the meal, but they gave me a regular bag.
What?
Yeah, I was like, what trash
you were
is
like, they're like, here, you throw this away. I'm like,
yeah.
No.
It's like all their old bags. Like, here, we're trying to get rid of these.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for this.
Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I am?
Don't you know me?
I'm a freaking, I'm trying to make an anime reference, but I got nothing. I'm running on like, I don't know, maybe 3 hours of sleep. I don't have an energy drink, but I do have a soda, so we'll see how that goes.
Which one is it? Is a lot of sugar in it? Is it one of the ones with a lot of sugar?
Yeah, this one's got extra sugar, and then I opened it up and put like 2 more spoons of sugar in it. I put extra sugar in it.
It's not 0 sugar, it's triple sugar.
Yeah. Guaranteed to give you cavities.
Boom. Oh, Dennis' worst nightmare.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. My boy, hey, my boy, my boy.
Do Metallic Rogue.
All right. I think it's pronounced Metallic Rouge.
Rouge, Rogue.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about. I've been seeing all the stuff about X-Men '97.
Oh, dude. I don't quite understand it. Is it like, are they? It's a continuation from where the last one left off.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Dude, hey man, that music was fire. Like
that theme song.
And the intro, like the art and stuff. I was like, this is my anime. This is what I grew up on. That's my kind of anime. Like that's what I thought. That's what I think of when I think of like shows that I watch. Yeah, because we've talked about it before. We're like, oh man, these animes are like serious, and back then those were serious. Like they were like talking about real stuff.
Yeah, the style and everything. Like
they were wearing jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like
all had jeans.
They all had jeans on. I mean, like that's a serious cartoon.
It's super serial guys.
They were wearing button ups and it's a serious cartoon, man.
Oh, did you see the Beetlejuice trailer?
No, what?
Did.
With the Wednesday in there?
Everybody in there.
Is Michael Keaton in it?
Yep.
Oh,
Keaton, Renona, and oh my gosh, what's the mom's name? Keep forgetting her name.
Catherine O'Hara is what I remember.
Yeah, her.
Catherine O'Hara, she's in there too?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like everybody.
No.
It's like everybody who was still alive, they got in there, or at least in the trailer.
Oh, dude, I saw, I think, but I don't know if it was just a joke. It's a great joke, but they were like, get Pete Davidson to play Beetlejuice like a prequel because he already looks like Beetlejuice. Yeah, you just gotta put him in the suit.
Yeah, just put him in a suit.
Put him in a black and white suit.
Get him a suit and a wig.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? Like the Wonka style, but it's
Beetlejuice.
Dude. And they just call it juice, like just juice.
It's funny because in the trailer he says the juice is loose.
I gotta look it up. I'm looking it up. Oh, and by the way, Joe Angel, before we start, I'm gonna try to be like, I need to calm it down. I listened to one of the recordings. I'm like, you know what? You ever listen to NPR and they're all like, this is in giggity giggity blah blah. And you're listening to You're listening to anime. You know, like it's like calm, like you know, like
cool.
I'm too hot fire on these. I need to just be like, yeah, that's an interesting point.
You up here? We need you down here. You're here. You gotta be here.
You know, I'm like laughing at things that aren't even funny. I'm like delusional in here. But I'm usually like, you know, 3 hours of sleep, and everything is I've lost my mind.
God, insane.
But I'm gonna try to bring it down. I'm bringing it down.
Bringing it down. Not bringing it up. We're bringing it down.
Bringing it down.
Breaking it down.
Breaking it down. All right.
And
you gonna count us in?
Yeah. Here we go.
Do it.
And 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Pod. It's me, Joined with my co-host Al, and we are here to continue our march of mechas in March.
You know, that's your second try, Joe Angel. It was not as good as the first one, but we'll keep it. We'll keep it. All right, March mech.
March mech, and this one is a kind of
a doozy.
A doozy.
Okay. Well, you know, you're saying that. I'm like, I totally forgot that we're doing like mecha kind of stuff, and then I'm watching this and I'm thinking, is this mech? But yeah, I guess it is. And so
I would say it's like a new variation. It's like a different variation of mechs.
Yeah, I need all the explanation, because you know what? This one didn't explain anything. So give me all the explanation. But before we do, can I give us a synopsis?
Go for it.
All right. This is the part where I try to read my handwriting.
Wait. We didn't even say what we're talking about.
Oh, snap. Did we not? Dude, where are we, Jojo?
It's 3 hours of sleep right there.
3 hours of sleep. It's not. This Dr. Pepper is not working.
Dr. Pepper's not working. All right. Well, guys, we are watching this week is Metallic Rouge.
Metallic Rouge with a question mark.
With the question Rouge. I called it Rogue, but I think it's Rouge.
It's Rouge. Metallic Rouge.
Metallic Rouge.
Okay, let me give us a synopsis here. Okay. Songstress Sarah Fitzgerald takes a mysterious girl named Rouge as her helper. After one of her performances, Sarah and her lover are attacked, and a woman named Naomi? I think that's right. Approaches Rouge for information about Sarah. What is Sarah hiding? Question mark.
Dun.
Yo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I don't know what was happening, and you know what, Joe Angel? I love it. I love that I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, because we have a code open, so it's just like some chick in a car holding a bird.
Yeah.
Like a quick few scenes, and then it's just Mars.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude. I was
Mars.
Like,
no
Mars,
year, no date. It just Mars.
And it's a city. And I was like, oh snap. Matt Damon did it. He did Matt. Guys. He started with potatoes, and
now
then boom, civilization. Yeah,
all from potatoes. All those buildings, all potatoes.
Matt Damon, he did it, dude. Man, I loved the beginning of it. It's like so ominous, man. Like it's chill. You know, Mars is known as the red planet. It's all like kind of warm and red too. And I was like, man, this is already
Just think about how they used to show Mexico in old movies, where they would just put like a sepia tone over it.
Yeah, this is a straight up novella, bro. Yeah. What's that movie? Blade Runner. The new and the old Blade Runner. It's got this kind of noir-ish, futuristic.
Noir feel,
yeah, kind of slow, kind of like what's going on, who's this, and they're just kind of introducing characters. But like, man, I really enjoyed the way it all looked. And,
even did you? Real quick, did you watch it both, or did you just watch it dub?
Ooh, I only watched it in the dub. I wish I had the time to watch it in the sub. I think I'll go back and watch it in the sub. But man, hey, that Sarah chick, is it Sarah? Let's see here. No, it's Naomi, or is it Naomi? I was there are quite a few people in the show.
Sarah
Like I don't know
Fitzgerald.
who.
Yeah, Sarah
Wait,
Fitzgerald.
Serapis. One of them is like giving a performance. Like she's in this what is that with the where the in church in Catholic church where they're like the father's on the other side and she's in confession. That's what it
Yeah,
is. She's in
Confession.
confession and she's kind of given this performance like this like she's laying it out there and it's this is the English dub and we always talk about how they're never really attached to the wording. It doesn't really work. It's that there's a lack of an emotion. But I'm like I'm listening to it and I'm thinking she's really like she's really giving it her all in this little performance. She's kind of like distressed and you hear it in the voice and I'm like all right, all right. Okay, so you watched it both in the sub and the dub.
Yeah.
So you want to give it to me on the other side then like it's the
Uh,
the Japanese version or do you
I
think it translates?
think the Japanese version uses the English lyrics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. Because I was going back, I was like, all right, let me watch this dub.
Mm.
Okay, let me watch the sub. And I was like, wait a minute, did I change it? I think in the singing part, she is still English.
I thought
I
so too,
think.
and it
Yeah.
sounded, it sounded pretty good too. Like,
Yeah, it sounded good. Yeah, either way, the singer, the actor sounded amazing.
right? I thought so too.
Yeah,
It's kind of interesting the way they kind of did that. Also, I'm I'm not joking about how confused I was, and also really loving it because they do this writing technique that I really like, where they don't give you everything. They're just kind of introducing characters. And then every now and then there's a character just on the side that kind of goes like, "Hey, who is that?
yeah.
Or what's wrong with that guy?" And, there's like some sort of
Just kind of little
di
lead-ins, like
yeah, and they're
hey,
just kind of like give you the information as you go along.
yeah,
And but they do it like they don't do it heavy-handedly. It's very like subtle the way they kind of give you enough information. It's like slow enough, but it's intriguing enough. I don't need a whole lot of explanation. It feels, very organic. I was like, what
yeah,
is this? Is this an A24 film? Like who's
yeah.
producing this?
It's
This is
producing.
good. This is
Yeah, dude, this is so good.
is this
Like,
this is new to you too?
yeah, this is new. Like when we get into the
Okay.
facts, we'll talk about how new it is. But
Okay. You know who else
dude,
is on this? I only recognize one guy on this anime. It's Gambit, bro.
Gambit,
That's totally
it is Gambit.
That's Gambit. You know what? They brought back X-Men and then
97.
X-Men. Yeah, yeah, they
Yeah,
brought back X-Men 97. They're like, you know what? We're gonna start fishing these guys
yeah.
out. Gambit.
Who
Put
can we
Gambit in a
loan out?
metallic
Gambit.
rouge.
Yeah,
He's got fingerless gloves, right?
he's got
Fingerless gloves.
cards.
He's got cards. He's got shades.
He's got overcoat. That's all you need to be
Over.
Gambit.
That's all you got. I mean, I guess Gambit may have had a staff. Maybe I can't
Yeah, I guess.
remember, but that's all the guy's missing. That's
Yeah,
Gambit, bro. They were like, "Who are you?" And then he's just like, "I'm like, bro, that's Gambit." And then
that's
later
Gambit.
on,
Yeah,
he, he gives some girl a card, and it says the Joker on there. I was like,
yeah,
"Dude, nah, that guy doesn't even know who he is."
yeah. He does it. He's trying to. He's trying to be Joker cosplaying as Gambit.
Oh man, the bird that she lets go is
Yeah.
talking later on, and then we find out
Yeah.
that's somebody else.
Birds are
It's
spies.
that birds
Birds
aren't
aren't
real.
real. They're spies.
I was like George, I was like, is that a mockingbird? And then it was all like, is that a mockingbird? Is that a mockingbird?
Real quick.
And then the mockingbird gets sliced in half by
Oh my
Gambit.
gosh, dude. So
Dude,
crazy, insane. There's just like slow stuff. And even like before then, like you get like people talking about this thing called nectar. It's like, wait, is that a
mm-hmm.
drug? What's going on?
Yeah, I was
They're
like,
like
that's
injecting themselves, and it's like,
uh-huh.
what? And
Uh-huh.
then like
They're in
we
is it
find
is
out
it
there's like androids. They're called like I think they're
okay.
called like neons or something. Neons,
Neons or
yeah.
something like that.
So they're I guess they need the nectar to survive because you see a couple of guys who like because there's a scene after the singing part where you get I guess two of the waiters, workers, the android
Mm-hmm.
staff,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a guy and a girl and they're talking. She's like, "Oh no, you gotta take the nectar." He's like, "No," it's like you take it first. It's like I'm pretty sure I found
Because yeah,
mine.
someone
Yeah.
had stolen
Yeah,
hers
they've
or something
stolen
like
it to
that.
like use it on themselves because I guess it has a different effect on people, like a high.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who's missing it like meets the guys. Is like, "Hey, I really need that. I'm about to die." And they're like, "What are you talking about?" Just doing the whole thing. And then the robot ends up dying. And then
Yeah.
like within the next
And
scene, we see
they're throwing him in the trash.
just in the trash like nothing.
Yeah, just throwing him away. He's
Just throwing
done.
him away. Done, son.
Yeah, I wrote down it. I go, is that the internet? Is that internet high? Or is he getting high on the internet? Because
Getting
it's like
high on the internet.
they have like a little port on them, and they jack
Yeah.
this stuff through their port, like on their chest, and you can see there's like digital things glowing on their body. I was like, oh
Yeah,
snap,
like little like glowing marks and yeah, it's
that's that.
very like futuristic Blade Runner. Like
Yeah, see, right? Did you kind of feel that a little bit,
yeah.
a little like golden red world drug, digital drug, the internet meth, as I like to call it.
Internet death. Oh, by the
Yeah,
way,
and then
Gambit's like impersonating, I guess, a buyer to
yeah,
from the scene he's in because it goes back to him and they're like, "Hey, you're not the guy we need," and he's just like, "Oh yeah." He's like, he does a little joke where he's like, "Oh no, who killed him? That's so
yeah,
sad."
yeah.
Just a little
You
performance.
he also like has this like sadistic laugh. I'm like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
d definitely a bad guy, right?
definitely
He's
bad
gotta
guy.
be you can't laugh like that and not be a bad guy.
You can't.
I don't know all like I can't remember who all the names were. I do remember that the Rouge girl, her
Yeah,
name is they called her Metal Rouge. But we meet her in the very beginning. She's got like this like pointy like metal
little thing.
ear.
Yeah.
But she seems all sweet and innocent.
She seems like
It
an airhead. Like she's just
yeah,
like
kind of.
spaced out all the time, not really going know what's going on.
At
Like
some points, I thought she was an NPC
yeah,
because she got stuck in a loop one time because she was having a conversation with somebody and she was like, "What?
wait,
What?
what?
What?" Yeah, and I'm like, is she a robot? Maybe she is." And that was like foreshadowing a little bit later
Yeah,
that come to find out, she is.
she is a robot.
She's a robot. She's a mecha, a mech. Wait, joined. Am I mecha or mech? Which one am I saying here?
I've heard it referred to as both mecha, mech.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
mech just because I think
and
I've already been saying that.
it's I guess technically shorter. It's like one letter.
You know, at the end of this whole thing, I just remember I just wrote this down, and I don't think I've said this about like one of these animes yet, but I'm like, dude, this show is so cool.
Yeah,
Like, isn't it cool? Like the whole concept and the way it's shot, and I mean, or the way it's animated, and the way it's like drawn, and like the music is really subtle and good, and it's like futuristic in a fun, cool way. It's just like the
yeah.
fight scenes were
It's
really
like
cool.
the animation style is good. Like the fight scene that we get.
It's, it's so clean. It's so
Dude,
clean.
yeah. When she transforms,
Hmm.
I love how they transform to you because it's like they're like almost loaded into a game almost. That's what it looks like. Because you get
Yeah,
like a
they get
little
the.
yellow ring and then it just like
Mhm.
goes down and they're like morphing. It's almost like Power Ranger moves.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a little bit. They go, and
Whoop.
she's like the Red Gladiator, is what
Yeah.
they call, or that's what they see on the news. Like this Red Gladiator's attacking people, and what's going on here? There was only one part that I kind of thought was kind of silly in the writing. Well, not silly in the writing, but a little bit. She was like, "Oh, I think it's that Gambit guy is able to imitate, or
Yeah,
like
he's
what's
got
the
like
word?
a copycat effect. Like he could
Yeah,
like
he and so she says
yeah.
that. But she says she's like she almost explains it, and it was like the only part of the in the show that I was like, "Oh man, like guys were doing so good at kind of
Yeah.
like being really like soft and like subtle with your
Yeah.
like exposition or explanation of all these things." And then she was just like, "Oh, I see. You can,
Copy,
copy
yeah.
people." Yeah, and I was like, "Ah, that's a little heavy-handed. That's the only part. That's the only part. Everything else."
Oh, I see you're cosplaying as
Yeah. Oh,
Mystique.
I see that you can understand. I see that you are actually Gambit
Yeah.
and you're cosplaying as Mystique. And also, there's a lot of things that are dropped, like altars. Did you write that down? That because they're like neons, neons. I think that's what they're called, neons,
I
which are
know,
I guess
yeah.
they're androids, kind of android style.
Yeah,
And
Android something type eight.
then
I think it was like
maybe there's an organization, maybe.
there's like some oh my gosh, let's see. Because like when she goes to the confession box
Uh-huh.
and is talking
Yeah.
to Gambit,
Yeah.
uh she's
Yeah.
like they made a deal, I guess, because there's been I guess it's Rouge, she's been like hunting down. and killing people.
Yeah.
And so they're talking, and we're getting the insight that Sarah hired Gambit to protect her and figure out who this is, and he's going to, or no, she had hired him to steal the shipment
The ne
of internet myth,
yeah,
and
the internet myth. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he couldn't do it because Rue showed up and botched the whole thing. So he's telling her that, and they're getting this whole thing. She's like, "Well, you got to
Yeah.
protect me now. Like, I paid you, so you got to do this."
Yeah,
And
so Sarah
yeah,
Fitzgerald is like she's the singer who just wants to be a singer, but she's
yeah,
also a neon, and I
yeah.
guess there's like people don't like neons.
Yeah. Well, I think she's part of the organization because called the Immortal Nine.
Okay.
So there's like so it gives us a hint like there's some background kind of like organizations going on too that's going to be revealed later on, like setting up like this huge kind of like insight.
Okay, you know, I got something to join right here. Look, I think Taylor Swift is part of this Immortal Nine, dude. Think
She
about it.
did.
She's a robot. She's
She's
doing
a
3 hour
robot.
concerts. You know, she's
Bro, she did a concert in Japan, flew in, and made it in time
uh-huh.
for the Super Bowl. Only an
How do you
android
do?
can do that.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly. I mean, those that's like 24
Dude,
hour difference. How are you still standing up and cheering? She's
yeah,
got to be half robot. She's got to be a nan.
yeah,
You
she
know,
is.
that's the only. It's my only explanation. And that's the way that Taylor Swift became a
Yeah,
billionaire is by being a robot, hiring Gambit to protect her.
yeah.
I mean, is that what this show is?
Right.
She's Metallic Rouge.
She's
No.
metallic Reaper.
Okay, so yeah, this show. Man, I don't know if you watched this show and went, you know who would love this? Sal would love this. Dude, he's gonna like love the way this because it is. I was like, this one is for me. Joe Angel saw this and go, I bet you Sal would love this because it doesn't tell you anything that's happening. It's also very confusing. It's also, you know, like they let the like scenes breathe a little bit. You know, they're
Yeah,
not trying to they're throwing things at you and there's lots of names and they're not explaining anything, but there's also just like some subtlety to it all. It's very artfully done. It's like beautiful looking. The music is really good. I mean, just like top to bottom, T to B,
T to
solid,
B solid. Yeah,
solid.
even like the choreography of the fight scene we
Mm-hmm.
get towards the end, it's like
Yeah.
so well done and choreographed. And like you're getting Naomi, who's the chick in the glasses that we saw,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
who's I guess is Rouge's boss, sending her on these missions, and she's just like analyzing her moods and just like explaining stuff that way to get the viewers like, hey, this is we're gonna give you some stuff, but through this character.
Yeah, you know, okay, so back this up for me. Explain, because I didn't quite get their connection. It's like Metal, I was almost called her Moulin Rouge.
Mulan.
Moulin Rouge. Metal Rouge
Metal
is
Rouge.
like this red gladiator thing,
Yeah.
and Naomi was talking to her through the bird
Yeah, her bird was
and
like
kind of,
her drone almost, like going and spying,
but
getting information, gathering intel,
uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
communicating with her that way.
And so
It,
I guess what are they like teaming up together? Is this a
I'm
new?
thinking they're like part of like a bigger organization.
But see that Metal Rouge girl just seems like she doesn't know what's going on
Yeah.
though,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Am
what I
I
say. Like she seems like so like spaced out
ditzy
and ditzy, but I'm guessing we're gonna get more of an explanation as we go on in the
as
series.
we go on later?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's definitely spaced out, bro. Because it's Mars, Joe Angel. Come on,
It's Mars. Of course she's spaced out. Who wouldn't be spaced out?
I'd be spaced out, bro. Like they got like 2 moons.
Yeah.
I mean, digital. Everything is digital. Like everything. Like
Everything.
zippers. You just if you zip up a zipper, it's like
Zzz.
lights. You
Late
know, it's
camera.
it's like it kind of reminded me also of Tron a little bit, you know, that
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
it's a little Tron-y.
that little world of like digital reality and how futuristic it all is. Gosh, it's so cool. I was like, dude, I want to go there. Can I go there? Can I go to Mars? And
Can go to
is it
Mars.
really like this? Is it really like this? Do we have drone
Is this
footage of this?
Elon's plan for Mars? Is the show?
It probably is. I think he's got a daughter named Metallic Rouge. I'm pretty sure that's his daughter's name.
Wait.
All right, Joe and Joe.
Yeah.
Hit me with some facts, bro.
All right. So, like I said, this is the
Brand new. You know,
brand.
hey,
Yeah.
it does feel brand new because they had said some things in here, like they had used like young kid lingo.
Yeah.
She says I forget who's talking, who's talking, but they go, it's not the vibe, or I think she said something like that, kind of like it's giving broke boy or
Broke boy,
something.
right?
You know, she didn't say that, but it was kind of that. It was like,
So, yeah, all the
it's
same stuff.
yeah, all this
Yeah.
like, Zoomer kind of conversation or words, like it's not the vibe. And I was like, that we didn't start saying that until like last year. So this thing has got to be hot off the
So
presses.
it's getting 2024 vibes. That's what it's
Y-
getting.
Yo, it is brand spanking new, dude.
Brand
It's bare
Spanking came
we're only
out.
3 months into 24,
Yeah,
2024.
came out January,
Mm,
January of
wow.
2024, and it is a original series. So original anime series
So it's
by
there
yeah.
there's no a manga on this. This is an OVA kind of
No,
thing.
yeah, this is kind of so it's an original anime series
Mm-hmm.
by Studio Bones, and they
Mm-hmm.
made it for their 25th anniversary for the other company of Studio Bones. So this is like a
Okay.
project, and I think they've been working on it for, let me see, I think it was in production for a while before just to get it prepared for the 25th anniversary. So they
S-
like put in time and effort on this.
Studio Bones, like,
Studio
do
Bones.
they, what else have they produced? I mean, they do animations for like, bringing manga to life. Is that kind of
Yeah,
their
they
main
did
deal?
so Bones, they've done My Hero Academia, they've done
Uh,
Auron, they've done Soul Eater, they've done Wolf's Rain.
oh,
Like they're one of
oh.
like when it comes to
The,
anime,
the,
like they do some of the big ones.
okay, yeah, you can feel it, man. You really do
Yeah.
feel how polished. You could tell they put some time into this one.
Oh, yeah, they did.
So is there like source material, or this is like straight up original,
This
straight to
is
just
straight up original.
oh shoot. All right, well it's opened up, John. We're gonna watch it and you and I are gonna like how they do that thing where they turn it into a manga later on?
Turn it into a manga later on.
That's me and you. Me and you are gonna turn this into a manga later on.
Well, they beat us to it because it came out this month.
What already? Of course
So
they did.
it got announced that it was being turned into a webtoon version.
Okay.
So that's gonna be on a Line manga app.
Hmm.
So that'll be the production company or publishing company that's taking care of the webtoon version, which the webtoon is gonna be like we mentioned before in our go back. Where was it? Last episode. I can't remember which one it was when we talked about
Whatever
webtoons,
that.
but it was so it's gonna be like mostly on your if you're on your phone or your iPad or whatever, you have the Line manga
Hmm.
app, and you're just gonna be to where you can scroll up, and it'll be all
Damn.
colorized and nice
Wow.
looking.
I mean, this is they're really embracing the future on this thing. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
just, the anime isn't just set in the future, but like the way they're producing all of this is set in the future. I mean,
Mhm.
like I'm gonna read this on my watch, right? I mean, that's pretty much what's happening.
Pretty much, man. Give it a couple
It,
more months,
it
probably by next year when
next year
everybody's got
the headsets,
the Vision
the
Pros.
app,
When
it's
everybody's got the
only gonna
Vision
be.
Pros, you're gonna be able to put them on and be in the anime itself.
Oh, hey,
What?
this is the way I want to be. That actually, Joey, you're onto something, Joey.
Yeah.
That sounds like a joke, like you're joking, but if I could walk around in this world, like,
Take
so
the
cool.
VR. I mean, it was like that movie. Oh, what was it? I
I
think it
want
was
that
called.
internet meth. What movie? What movie?
I think it was called Night Shift. It was the one where it was like you could choose what happens, and depending on what you choose, it depends on how far you got in like the
Oh yeah,
movie.
yeah. It was like that video game. It's choose your own adventure kind of
Yeah,
video game, but it was shot like in real life, like a
yeah, it was.
yeah. It's called Night Shift.
Yeah, Night Shift.
Super cool. I don't
Yeah,
even know if that thing works or if those guys have produced something else, but
dude, get those guys to hey,
hey,
do this.
bring the bring this to
Let
life.
me walk
The
around in anime.
But don't let me get punched for real. Like I
Yeah, I want
totally
to get.
this metal rouge girl could slice me in half, and I don't feel like getting sliced in half. That's like the worst way.
It's like have you seen the memes where it's like you just got a new car, or it's like you're in the Marvel universe and you just bought a new car,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
5 minutes later Hulk's throwing it across the city.
Yeah. The reality sounds cool, but it's not. And
It's
that's not
not.
really. Oh, they're gonna smash up all my
Yeah.
things. Stop smashing all my stuff.
That's fact. That's what that's why Tony said they needed the Accords, man. Cause all the
Yeah,
damage.
I'm
He's like,
on Team
guys, we're
Tony, bro.
damaging everything, and I'm the only one paying because I have the money.
Team Tony Stark. I'm sorry. You know what? Sue me. All right. Yeah. This show. I mean, I guess that's probably all you have on it. I mean, what else do you really have to share
Yeah.
with this? Because it's
I
so
mean,
brand
dude,
new.
it's so brand new. Like I said, that everything that
I-
yeah.
Is this?
Like
I
I
mean,
said, I was
because what
surprised it was dubbed already. That's a like solo leveling already had a dub.
I was gonna say, is this newer than Solo Level? Like more recent, or is they kind of dropped about the same time,
I
huh?
think they kind of dropped,
January.
yeah, around the same time frame.
Man, I should we just go ahead and guac talk this thing or
Yeah,
what?
let's
Man,
go ahead and get into it.
let's go ahead. You know what? This is everything I want my anime to be. Like, I want some story. I want some, subtlety. I want there to be some eye candy, like it looks cool. It sounds good. The music is like, when they did that, like I guess it's gonna be the intro music, but they have that like fat bass kind of 80s hip hop jazz music at the end.
Yeah, dude, the ending. Oh gosh,
It's
it
so
was
good.
so
Like I'm
good.
like the choices that they made on a lot of this stuff, the way it all looks, the way that the even the characters, like all their costumes, the way they're drawn, like I love everything about how everything they've chosen about all this stuff. I'm like, I wasn't hardly ever taken out of it except for that one time with that one line, and that's nitpicky. That's extremely nitpicky. So hold on, we're actually we kind of jumped a little bit. How many episodes are we looking at on this? So, how many
So
are
right
out?
now, let's see. As of right now, we are sitting at 11 episodes.
So are you caught up on this?
I'm on episode 4.
Episode 4. Okay, shoot. I can probably catch up and beat you on this. Is it all dubbed though, or is it they probably
Let's see. Let's see. Go over to Crunchyroll, and
I tell you
that
this
one's
though.
dubbed Espanol.
Oh, I can do that. Cause si habler.
Let's
No,
see.
actually that's not good.
See, I
Um
think 11 subtitle. I think all the way up till 9 is dubbed. I think episode 10 it says dubbed Espanol.
okay,
You
I
want
think
to
that's
learn
even
Spanish? Go ahead.
I think I could probably do it. I could probably do it. So yeah, they're really doing it up on this, man. I have to. I don't even know. I don't even want to joke about how I want to rank this. I want to be serious about like from 1 to 5 stars. Like
One to
this is
five
the.
stars.
I'm not.
Serious ranking, guys.
This is a serious ranking.
A
You know what?
serious
It's
ranking.
just
We'll do a
the
serious and
roll.
then we'll do.
Okay, here we go. One to 5 stars. I'm giving this 5 stars. This is like legit good.
Dude,
Like I think anybody could enjoy this. It doesn't feel heavy-handed on the mech because I know that some people are like, "Oh man, I don't like mechs." It's kind of like
yeah.
whatever. They're more Androidy. It's
Yeah, I
very
was gonna say
mech
this was kind of like
adjacent.
Androidy, like a sub. I would say like a sub genre of like mech.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
still get it. I still get it because they're in like android costume
Yeah.
like mech costumes, but like they're not oversized they're more like uniforms a little bit like just almost yeah like armor almost a little bit. So, I think anybody really could get into this and really like there's something for everybody on this, I
Or it may
think.
not even be their final form. Who knows?
Oh,
Ooh.
a little
Mm.
a little
Went on.
maybe a
Honestly, don't know.
little.
I'm only on episode
Okay.
4, so
Okay, okay. Well, thanks a lot, Joe Angel. Thanks a lot.
hey, we can always hope.
We could always hope. I'm putting it on the list, though. You
On
got it on the list?
the
You
list.
got it
I
on
put
your
it on the
list.
list. I
All
did
right.
put it on the list. Where,
Do
where
you
am I
have
going
it?
to put it on my list? Hang on, let me
Yeah, well,
see.
hey, by the way, this is something we need to think about here. And I thought about this not too long ago, but we have a running list of all these anime we've watched and kind of have them on a list and have them in a ranking. It's going to get to the point where it's too many animes for us to kind of rank. So I'm thinking like in back in MySpace days when you were top eight,
Oh, top 8.
you know what I'm talking
Who gets
about?
booted?
Like, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like top eight, or
Uh,
maybe we move it to top 10.
I
But
mean, we'll
top.
just do like box office. Box office has like their weekends, you know. All right, this
Mm-hmm.
weekend's top rankings. Boom, boom, boom.
I don't mind it. And you know what? I'm putting this on in my top 8. You know what?
In the top Hey,
It'll be Joe Angel. It'll be Metallic Rouge. You got to have Tom in there.
gotta
Tom is
have
definitely
Tom.
my time.
Always gotta have Tom. We can't leave Tom
uh,
out.
yeah. Put it in there. Put it in the watch list. It's
Put it
good.
in the watch list. I would give it.
You can give me a silly ranking.
All right, 1 out of 10 gambits.
How
Gambit
many
cut.
gambit cards?
How many
Gambit
gambit
cards?
cards am I giving this? 1 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Be, okay. All right.
I'll
All
give it
right.
an 8. Yeah.
You're also further down the line on this show than I am. I'm just
Yeah.
one episode in, so who knows? But
I
it's
would
a
say
solid score.
like on the I did like I said, I did like the animation style, I did like the choreographed of the fighting sequences.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did like the little I like the idea of like that futuristic Tron androids,
Mm-hmm.
that whole feel of it I do, but I'm still waiting to see how the storyline's gonna be played out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Because right now,
I'm.
like I said, it really wasn't heavy-handed on the explanation.
Yeah.
You got some subtleties. He got that they built up in the first episode, and then going through
Yeah.
it. Plus, I already have a definitive taste in what I go
Yeah.
for. But
Yeah.
as an
Yeah.
overall, I do like it. It does seem interesting. I am interested in seeing where this goes and how it's gonna play out.
Well, there you have it.
And
There
there
you
you
have it.
have it, guys. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Those are our rankings. That is our episode. Let us know in the comments if you started watching this yet. Let us know how far you've gotten. Let us know if it's intriguing you right now. Let us know if
Mm-hmm.
you want to go to Mars.
Yeah. You know what?
Do
See, would you jump on that whole
we
SpaceX thing?
would you jump if this was the future we were going to? Would you trust
Would you?
Elon to get you to Mars?
Do you want to live on
Do
Mars
you
in
want
this
to live on
society?
Mars?
If I have to take this drug to live, I don't know. That, now that I think about it, I don't know if I want to have to.
Yeah, and that's the thing
No.
too. That's always the thing. It's so like, all right, when we always talk about going to Mars and like what we need to do. And I
Uh-huh.
think Neil deGrasse Tyson kind of actually explained like what actually needs to happen and how I think he said how long it'll actually take for
Yeah.
that to happen. And I don't think
Uh,
we'll be able to make it to Mars.
yeah. I mean, I'm
Type of
having a hard time, growing plants or vegetables in my backyard. We don't have, when it's all dirt over there in Mars. Forget it.
on
It ain't gonna
read
happen.
it, man. I ain't mad at me, man. I can't plant potatoes.
I can't. I can't. I don't even like potatoes. I'm just kidding. Actually, I love potatoes. I'm just kidding. All right, go on.
So versatile. All right, guys. And as always, drop those comments about what you thought of this episode. Leave a like, hit the share button, share it with your friends. Let them know about some animes that you want them to get to. If you have any friends too that are looking to get an anime, show them our podcast because that's what this
Y-
podcast is, showing
Yep.
newbies in animes so they can get into
Mm-hmm.
it. And go head on over to Instagram and I guess for now TikTok until the US takes it away.
Oh man, there
the
goes my dancing
Yeah, you got to
videos.
save all the TikToks we can.
They took away our Vine. Now they're taking away our TikToks.
Dude, tell you, it's just getting worse and worse
Dang.
for the world, but not for anime. Anime's
Yeah,
popping off right now.
you better believe it.
You better believe it, guys. All right, well, that's our episode, and we'll see you on our next one. Sayonara.
Peace.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Me Pod. It's me, Dwayne, with my co-host Sal, and we are here to continue in some robot tasting.
Uh,
The
uh,
tastiness? No,
um,
robotics. We're
you,
in robotics.
do you want to redo that? You want to start all over? I thought we had it was a March
March
Mechness.
Mecha, yeah, Mecha March. That's what it was. I
Mecha
forgot
Mar.
my brain. Like as soon as I got to the last sentence, I was like, wait, my brain.
All right,
All right, yeah,
take two.
take
Take
two.
two. This is Anime Me Pod with Salvador Torres. Oh, and Joe Angel, future Joe Angel. Cut that
Yeah.
out. All right, here we go. All right. Hey, for real, for real.
For real.
One.